Welcome back, friends, to the 2024 PDGA Amateur Disc Golf World Championships. We are here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is presented by Discraft, and we are more than halfway through now. This is the back half of this tournament, and at the end, we are going to be crowning a new amateur major champion. We're Gatekeeper Media here. How do you feel about this round 3 at this one-time course here at Fallisburg that we play?
Yeah, to be completely honest with you, I think this is probably my favorite of the bunch that we're playing over the course of this week. And we are seeing Ryan Monn fight ahead to tie for the lead through his front 9. So I'm really excited to see how he carries forward on the back here on moving day. One of the moving days, with these 5-rounders. And jumping into hole 10, 237-foot, 72-meter par 3. It's basically going over the valley. A lot of trees to contend with. Some well within the circle. Opportunity to see a variety of different shots, because as you see, there's that left gap there for the righty backhand. Can do a hyzer flip with a forehand that way. Do a stock hyzer from the right side.
Yeah, I think the drone did more the straight at it approach, where that right side with a hyzer is probably the preferred play and the better play.
Yeah, because you can kind of dump into that hillside. That comes up a little short. The force over.
Oh!
He is hunting for these aces, folks.
That I can't believe that hit the basket.
He's feeling it. Getting yourself at the top of the hill is a good place to be.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that almost tree love ace.
So Ryan coming up a little short, able to skip up the hillside a little bit to nestle himself up to, it looks like circle's edge. That's an unfortunate bid there for Mason, hitting one of those thin trees in the circle.
Ooh.
And a left side splash out for Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff's just having a tough go at it today. He just needs to finish strong here, try to grab a couple more birdies, and just try to keep pace with these guys.
Ooh, and that was a fortunate catch there for Ryan.
Yeah, I think the Chain Star baskets, which I believe that's what these are pretty fair. One of the better ones out there, I believe. That's a great birdie there for John. All right, we're going to move into hole 11, 268-foot par 3. This one's a little tricky. We're going down the left side. It's kind of the shorter route. Cuts the hole even shorter, I believe. Probably plays even closer to 240 at that point. So we're probably going to see guys just kind of force one over and go down that left side.
Ooh. First big misstep there for John. Hitting early, kicking pretty quickly to the right. Hopefully it is right enough to utilize that second fairway. It does look like a lot of folks are trying to kind of cut the corner here.
Yeah, it just seems like the easier way to get to the basket.
Yeah, we got to take another look at that.
I mean, he shows us
bobbing and weaving, threading that needle like the 2-time world champ should.
Oh, that's so bad.
Well, he won U.S. Amateurs, so.
Oh, U.S. Am, sorry. 2-time major. My apology.
That's going to fade out to the right. right. Wow. Goes long of the basket there.
Yeah, pretty hard chop forehand. Navigating all the way up.
This is tricky here for John. He's going to have to execute a perfect shot to be able to get the par.
Yeah, very fortunate not to be deeper into those woods, giving himself some glimpse of hope. But unfortunately hitting another tree, so he's going to be next at bat.
Yeah, bogey at best.
Not what you want to be doing when you have someone nipping at your heels the way Ryan Monn is.
Ooh. That's a great putt there for Mason.
Well, and you hear in the background say, that one deserves ice cream, and I think it also deserves a gatekeeper rewind. So let's go ahead and take a look at that again. Solid connection there, just high of the cage. Swooping in a hyzer fashion. Love it.
Oh,
Left side cage hit for Jeff. I'm sorry, band hit for Jeff.
this is a big swing to a new leader. John taking that bogey. And Ryan right under the basket.
Yeah, this is definitely the moment in John Ryan's game where we have to see if he can commit to keeping the fire going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hole 12, 298 foot, 91 meter, par 3, slightly uphill. Navigating, again, a lot of trees. Like you said earlier, one of the more wooded courses here. So we're going to have Ryan up first with the forehand. Relatively straight.
That looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty sandy here, so it's very easy. If you try to skip, you might get caught in a sand patch. And get no...
Oh, nice little love there for the... I guess that's a bush. I'm not sure. Is it a weed? I don't know. Another chop here for Jeff, pushing too far left and low, so not really able to have the time to fight back right.
This needs to just miss this tree.
Wow, it does. Oh, wow. Okay, what a great bounce back. Putting himself in a very good position to seek birdie again.
Mason with an opportunity to grab another birdie in a row. Good putt from him.
Dead center, too.
As we saw in round 2, he started to heat up on the back nine. That's what kept him on lead card. John now with his opportunity for a bounce back.
Ooh.
No. Pulls it left.
The pressure is getting to him now. All Monn has to do is keep pace.
Another birdie for him. That's what I love about Ryan's game is he just plays his game and he just chugs along. And it kind of like he seems like he can put the blinders on when he needs to and mind like a goldfish.
Yeah, I think that's really important because we have to remember, I mean, you're playing obviously against other competitors, but you know, it's a hole by hole game.
We are all witnesses. Tatar, two-time.
All right, moving in the hole 13, 427 feet. This is basically like a pro tour level par 3 almost. Basically have this corridor that just gets tighter and tighter all the way down by the green. And then we do have slopes on both the left and the right side, coming in at 430 feet as well. It's a pretty big crush.
That's looking great.
Oh, just get up the hill.
Scooch. Oh.
All right. I mean, he's putting. That is
Did it stick to the side there?
enough that he should be able to at least give it an honest bid. As this looks like it's going to
Following
funnel.
up. Oh, that first tree slowed it down just enough. I think that saved him a bit.
Yeah, that he could have went all the way down the hill.
This
Is
one's
this-
high enough. It might thread. Oh,
It
it's
gets
hard
caught
to
up.
tell. That's got a lot of mustard on it, folks, and
Fading
that
out
doesn't
quick.
hit anything. John Ryan's going to find himself there at the bottom of that hill. Looks like Jeff kicked down, stayed in the fairway, so he's still giving himself a little bit of work here for his putt. But like you said, a lot of sloping around the pin, so your approach has got a lot to consider.
Looks like John gets out unscathed. And yeah, Ryan definitely is able to.
And so I'd like to call out his reaction to that. Obviously, that's a pretty tough break, hitting on the strong side and still flopping out. Throws his hands up in disbelief and then walks it off. So I think that that's a really important thing to note. I think we say it every time we're on the mic, but that really is the differentiating factor between a pro and an am.
Yeah.
And for someone who's got the skill set at such a young age, it's good to see that he's kind of ahead of the game in that respect.
With the mental, yeah. This hole was the third most difficult hole. There was only 8 birdies on the day, 6% of the field. So Ryan could have been in a pretty exclusive club.
Hit the pole there a little hard, almost bounced back.
Jeff taking the unfortunate bogey. He's on the side you do not want to be on that scorecard.
Hole 14 is a tight one, folks. 347 foot, 106 meter par 3. Another valley to go up and over, but this one has a lot more meat on it. A lot more thin trees, some of which that you may not be able to see as well. We are doing a gradual left to right. So a nice smooth backhand turnover shot. Not quite enough turn there for Ryan. Mason seems to have corrected.
That looks pretty good. That's going to scoot on up the hill. Should give himself a look for birdie. So this came in as the 4th most difficult hole. So we have a string of some pretty difficult holes on this back 9.
Oh.
And John, it's not getting easier for him. I'll be approaching up that hill. And Jeff needs some birdies here as he's desperately grasping to this lead card, trying to keep pace, and he is falling off.
Yeah, it's starting to look like, compared to what we saw out of Jeff before, the timing just is a little off today.
Seems like a completely different player.
Yeah, it's almost like he's trying to go with those more of the hyzer flip game that's going to drift to the right, but a lot of those are just kind of early releasing on him.
Yeah, this is just this, like you said, this is the most wooded course we have. So losing,
Oh, sit. Okay.
that's all right. Just being a little off on a course like this could be catastrophic compared to one of the other courses where the holes are a little shorter or a little more open. It's a tough par save for Mason.
Oh.
And he does not get it.
Too much angle there on that one.
All right, good par save there for John, though.
We got a matchstick here for John, the one bogey with the string of pars. So let's see if we can move that red out of the way on the next.
So we're going to see a couple more cleanups. As this course is shorter than Brewer, but I think because of all the elevation walking uphill, like I think you feel more tired playing this course. All right, hole 15, 273 feet, par 3. Just going slightly downhill. But basically the theme of this course so far, a lot of trees to miss. Pretty tight corridor the whole way, so we're going to see.
I like this.
Probably some forehands out of these guys. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Ryan should be looking at another birdie.
So we're starting to see some uncharacteristic play that we're used to out of John. And I'm also starting to wonder, maybe the ambidextrous thing is a slight burden, because he has been relying very heavily on the righty forehand that we've seen. So it's like, when do you pick to do the lefty backhand versus righty forehand?
Mm-hmm.
And that extra decision that you have to make could be a detriment.
That is very true. This is looking pretty good. A little short, though. Yeah, we like to keep it simple here at Gatekeeper. And I think it's too many choices. Then you throw in the type of disc that you're throwing as well. Oh, that's going to be another bogey there for John.
Oh. He's out here playing for ice cream, folks.
This is going to be another big stroke swing. This Ryan's starting to pull away from the entire card. Especially with a converted birdie here. Not a lot of green on these scorecards, Derek. It's getting tough for these guys.
Yeah, and we're coming up to hole 16, and I'd say John Ryan's going to have some work to do to get an ace on this one. All right, hole 16, 770 foot, 235 meter, par 4 here on the last stretch of round 3. It's going to be a left to right moving shot off the tee to set yourself up in the clearing for your next approach.
Yeah, this comes in as the hardest hole on the course. So,
And rightfully so. I think the shape, it requires a very specific placement.
poor Ryan.
And pretty much
That's-
textbook.
He might be a little far left. He might be a little behind that bush, but that was an amazing shot. Really working down the fairway. This is the only spot that we ran into a backup. So
Yeah.
that goes to show that like this.
It's got some teeth on it, yeah. I love the height here for Masons. It's going to give it a chance to land flat.
Oh. That would have been even better
Yeah,
than Ryan's.
for sure.
And John Ryan, he's going to fade out. Similar to where Mason is. It's a tough angle for Jeff. That's going to fade out early. Nose up. Par starting to look a little hard there. John probably has maybe 80 to 100 feet left. Is this super turn?
Hoping maybe for a crash into the woods there. Just to stop it. Monn going big hyzer. And
Yeah,
pretty great.
about all you could do. Give it a long
Yeah,
bid. And
but like you said, he was a little pinched off on that left side.
Jeff is in jail right now. This is not looking good.
Yeah, no forward movement on that pitch out, unfortunately.
This is bogey at best, and it still has some work.
Oh, man. Hitting the only ceiling in front of him.
So Mason got way down there. Walked over, got himself under the basket.
I was going to say, can he
gets
do it,
caught
folks?
up. And we missed John's approach there, but John just pitched up, took his par. So no birdies for anyone. This was, like I said, the hardest hole in the course. .63 over par. So this was the tweener for sure. Played very difficult. Only 6 birdies. And shout out to Aiden Hostler. He's the one that shot 12 down earlier. He also grabbed an ace. And a lot of these holes that I'm talking about, he's getting birdies on all these holes. So he really put up an amazing round. Hole 17, 321 feet. Just a stock hyzer here. Not a lot of things in the way. Could hit the tree line on the backside if you throw it too hard. But at this point, you just got to grab a couple birdies. Make yourself feel good. Finish out this round. Just like that.
Yeah.
Good shot from Mason.
Super clean. Great angle all the way. Landing short, playing the ground, getting right into the bullseye. Similar line, sharper angle, so it doesn't get the skip as it just digs into the ground. Just outside circle.
It's pushing a little too straight. That should be all right, though, right on the
Yeah.
edge. It's well inside the circle, 20 feet. So all these guys.
Oh, man. Not too much more you can do about that. Just hitting a little high, which some would argue if you're going to miss, that's the miss. Because at least you're giving it a chance.
Oh, no. All right, we have 2 inside the circle misses so far on the second easiest hole on the course. So our lead card here is losing strokes to the field. This is big for Jeff. This would be a great bounce back.
Some brushes in his arm, his swing area.
There
Nice,
we go.
solid connection.
That was a good birdie. He won't be reaching the 20 club today, but still has one more round. Second moving day here to make a difference.
Solid birdie for Mason. Great park job. All right, and as we finish off here on round 3, 390 foot, 119 meter for the 18th. It's honestly a good flex shot for a righty backhand. Push a little bit to the right, let it dump in, or you can go up and around.
Yeah, and at 390 feet, you got to give it a good pump. As Mason does that, gets pinned high. There's that flex shot you were talking about. I like the flex shot here.
I do too. It minimizes any, like, I mean, if you pull it too far by mistake or if a wind catches it, you're getting pushed too far right if you swing that way here. But with the flex shot, you do run the risk of pinching yourself off on the wood line on the left.
Yeah.
So it's a big risk reward, honestly, for either. So it's really just a matter of whatever you're most comfortable with.
Ryan just making it look easy.
And so here's something that has caught my eye a couple times. And I'm not sure, but this is kind of where we need to like weight our decisions and have the motivation behind them. We know he can throw a righty backhand. So why is he choosing to throw a backhand left turnover shot? We saw something very similar in round 2 at Johnson, and I just don't know the motivation behind it. I think you're putting far more risk in that type of shot because it's going to fade the opposite direction. So I'm not really sure what that motivation is behind. I think, that's kind of a differentiating factor between pro and am, so you're just not making the best decisions every time. And
what a way to finish.
Yeah, great. 9 down.
Yeah, he's looking at solo lead. Very casual. I mean, he's over 1,000 rated.
It's a good par save for Mason as well.
Man, roller coaster around there for John. Got a lot more birdies or bogeys today. But today was definitely the Ryan Monn show. Showing you why he's a 2-time major winner. Clean scorecard the entire day. 9 down.
It's impressive.
And really separated himself from this card. But still a couple other members that are a little closer. We're going to have some new faces tomorrow. Aiden's going to be on there. We mentioned him. We have Ethan, Andrew. So I'm excited, Derek, to see some new faces here on the PDGA YouTube channel.
Yeah, I am as well. And again, thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure commentating this event. We are in Grand Rapids for the 2024 PDGA Amateur World Championships, proudly presented by Discraft, and we will see you on the 4th.